Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. I thought we would do a little review today, so I thought I made the title out to note choices because I think we talked a lot about that this week. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about that. I wanted to continue a little bit of what we covered a couple days ago with the bebop scales and all that. So all right, so I'll start out doing a little bit of playing, and I thought I'd bring in a different set of changes here for us to work from. So hopefully levels are all okay and everything, and kind of get started. So this is changes for blue bossa. So we'll start out with that today. All right. So we talked early on, and I've been talking about this quite a bit in general. I talked about the idea of taking the octave and splitting it up. So taking it in kind of in two, maybe finding kind of the halfway point, so taking into like C. And if you divide it evenly in half, you get the tritone. Okay. But you could divide it in all sorts of different ways, of course. And that's where you get intervals and kind of the inverse of an interval, So here's a minor 6, ascending, major third descending. So, anything like that. So major third ascending, and then say from the root, minor 6. It's a great way to study intervals and divide up the octave just in one way. And then talked about 3 ways. We're coming up with 3 notes, including the starting note. Major triad. Could also work on these with the inversions. Let me see if I can change the view here a little bit. And so, this is a podcast, and also I'm live streaming on the YouTube member area. So check that out if you haven't already at youtube.com/footprints or footprints.com. Okay, so then we can take these. You can find an inversion of something. So we start with a fourth, or rather, C to F, right, and then major third, minor third. Right, so you get an F major triad. Right, so just kind of dividing things up and finding different ways to work with things. So we talked a lot about that whole process, and sort of with the the spirit of exploring things and just trying to learn by just kind of creating a simple rule like that. To say, okay, I'm going to take an octave and if I could split it up 3 ways or 4 ways. So with the 4 ways, we talked a lot about the melodic structures, but you can also think in terms of the arpeggios as well, right? So say, C major 7 or C minor major 7. C minor 7, C minor 6, or other pairings with the major triad, and then inversions and all that, and then just kind of take that process of kind of keep filling up the octave, and then the more you do that, the more you'll have an idea of what notes might fit on a particular chord, and just sort of getting into how they sound as well. All right, so let's maybe do a little more playing here. So our kind of main tune of the month, I guess you could say, is Days of Wine and Roses. So we'll play a little bit on that one. I've had a request for All the Things You Are for this upcoming month, so I think I'm going to include that as our standard tune. So let's play a little bit on Days of Wine and Roses here. Okay, so as far as note choices and deciding kind of um, what to play and moving through. We can base some decisions, or at least maybe even a lot of decisions on what the chords are, right? And then what the key of the tune is, right? So we talked about tonality this month, and so here everything's kind of gravitating back to C. Right, so thinking about the tonic and then also just kind of the push and pull of how one chord moves to the next, right? So a couple movements in there where I played some of the melodic structures that we talked about, right? So just to review what that's all about, when we're taking a let's say a chord and coming up with a 4-note grouping, right? And playing something over it. So, and then these same groupings can be based off of another part of the chord. So say you have F, you might play a C major kind of melodic structure. Right? It's really helpful for playing tunes and connecting things, connecting one chord to the next. It's particularly helpful too for playing John Coltrane kind of changes. Moving through. And playing and suggesting some of those chord changes in there. All right, so let's do a little bit of a review on Atrás de Porta. So this is a really nice tune that was suggested by one of our members. Highly recommend anyone, any of the other members at the YouTube channel to also suggest tunes and things, topics, and things that you're interested in, so that it's kind of one of the benefits of all this. This kind of style of content, I guess, say. All right, so let's play a little bit on step orta and find a good spot to repeat. I think I'm gonna repeat to the B section here. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing here. And I think I'm going to change up the bass too. I was using a kind of looks like a Jaco bass there. So I think I'm going to go with a more classic upright sort of sound. I'm not sure why that defaults on slap, but all right, so we'll work out that. I think I made some changes to the mix when I did the last video, the Days of Wine and Roses melody video. So I think I was kind of tinkering around with some of these things. Maybe I'll play over those changes in a little bit too. But let's start out with this, and let's stick with this. Play a little bit on this one. Okay, so outlining chord changes and then also trying to kind of seek out some of the dissonances and all that. It can be a fun way to play around with creating lines and finding different elements to play. So like I said, just kind of a little bit of a wrap-up review today. So yesterday was a holiday, at least here in the United States. So didn't get an opportunity to do a video or podcast, so I thought today I'd get on and just kind of wrap up and talk about anything. So we'll have a few more days where we'll talk about these tunes. But we'll be picking out new ones. So if you have any additional recommendations, like I said, we'll be working on All the Things You Are, I believe. So, and haven't chosen, I think, a Latin tune yet. So if anybody has some suggestions on that, then that would be helpful. So maybe I'll play once on Solar. This has been a fun one to play on. I think I'm going to go back to the electric bass. I think this is kind of the Jaco inspired sound. And so maybe I'll go with kind of blues. To try to remember if these are sticks or not, but let me check the live stream here. Okay, I think it's looking good. All right, so I'll play a little bit on this tune, Solar. So this would be kind of a bit up tempo. Well, thanks everybody for checking out this live stream, and let me know if you have any questions or anything, and I will see you all in the next one.